Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another PFL fight prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the full card of fights for PFL Africa 1, Cape Town 2025. So again, PFL Africa 1, Cape Town 2025. So yeah, just gonna hop into things. So let me scroll down and get to the first prediction of the card. Juliet Uka, this is the more athletic. Well, I didn't even say who's fighting, but Juliet Uka versus Saleh Nemar. How do I feel about this right here? Going low confidence. Juliet Uka to beat Saleh Nemar. Again, not a whole lot of tape. I mean, not so much really respectable anything on the outside. But Uka has for better competition. She has been more active. I do think she's the more athletic fighter. I think she could address anything that Nemar has, just based off her pure athleticism. And then I think she also is the bigger fighter, again, as I said before, and she's a better striker. I can see I'm going to say decision. I think Nemar will make it tough, and I don't feel like Uka is such a finisher just yet in her career. So I'll lean to a decision here for Juliet Uka. So in this one, I have Juliet Uka via decision. Now to our next fight, we have in the heavyweight division, we got Abraham Babley versus Paul Emanuel Nas. And how do I feel about this one right here? I'm going to go low confidence. Abraham Babley to beat Paul Emanuel Nas. Nas is like a big athletic fighter, but he has not fought that level of competition. And he has not the best record. Again, hasn't fought the best competition, and record's already terrible. So I'll lean to Abraham Babley to be able to outwork her. He's definitely the smaller heavyweight for sure. He's going to be smaller than everybody in there. He's 5'10", probably really like 5'8", so he's going to be smaller than everybody out there. But, he got the strength. He's active, and he does got the skill. He got some good fight IQ. Again, he probably don't have a successful career going forward at a real high level. But at this level, I think he can excel as far as he's fighting like these low tier guys and maybe like mid tier PFL guys. But UFC, nah. PFL champion, can't really see it. But yeah, I think he'll be a dominant guy like Paul Emanuel Nas. The experience, the skill, and the pace is going to be too much for Nas. I think he stops him in the third round. So in this one, I have Abraham Babley via third round TKO. Now to the next fight, who cares? Barrage Hoka versus Franz Malambo. Going straight to the point for Lance Malambo, I'm going to say decision. Just more experience. Honkoyo's a wild card. I'm definitely not betting on this fight. Definitely don't care about this fight. But Malambo, again, I have seen him around. He has fought some high-level competition. Hasn't always went his way. If anything, when he fought high-level competition, it went against him. But he's fought that level of competition, whereas Honkoya has not probably even trained with that level of competition. So, got to go Franz Malambo here to get it done. I'm going to say decision. Next fight, another fight I don't care about. Abdullah Kane versus Hoppy Holton. Going with the upside of Kane. Holton has fought better competition, but, hasn't done nothing there. Kane is much younger. I think he's much bigger, too. Yeah, 6'5" or 6'2". 26-year-old versus 31-year-old. I'm going to go Kane by second round TKO. So, in this one, I got Abdullah Kane via second round TKO. Now, to our next fight, we have, let's see, Asaias through Shintama versus Kareem Hanini. I'm going Kareem Hanini, don't know, don't care, random feeling. Next fight we got in the heavyweight division, we got Joshua Tika Awa versus Justin Clark. And Clark does have experience, but he like a can. I'm going to treat him like a can. I think Awa might be able to get him by this with athleticism and power. And be able to find him and knock him out. I'm going to say second round TKO for Joshua Awa. Second round TKO, maybe first round. Next fight, let's see. Don't care. Next fight, I'm going to be honest. Let's just say he's in a judo gi where he got submissions. Second round, again, don't care. Give me a reason to care because I don't care about a lot of these fights on this card. It might as well be amateur fights. Egypt hasn't really produced many talent. I'm going to go with him by KO round 1. All right, now to the fighters I do know. All right, let's see. In the heavyweight division, we got Corey Anderson versus Denise Gosoff. So I think the last PFL tournament champion versus Corey Anderson, the reigning light heavyweight champion Bellator, but Bellator is about to get dissolved anyway, or is already dissolved. But yeah, I'm going Corey Anderson, low confidence to beat Denise Gosoff. I'm getting a guy name right here. What's that British guy? I know exactly what I'm talking about, but I think I don't think, did Korean ever fight? I don't think he did. Oh, Linton Vassell. I know Phil Davis beat him, but maybe even beat him twice. Now Ryan Bader beat him twice. Phil Davis beat him once. I don't think Coranson fought him, but Coranson did beat both Ryan Bader and Phil Davis. He stopped Ryan Bader, but it may matter not exact science. But I did see Gosoff have issues in the past with getting taken down. Even like in his fight, he won the tournament. He got taken down. He was able to get a submission off his back, but he got taken down. And against Lenny Vassell, Vassell's like 42 years. Again, let's see. I think Anderson like 35, so still a lot younger. Still like sitting at the end of his prime. He's not over the hill yet, Corey Anderson. So I still think he'll be able to push a great pace. I think he'll be the best wrestler that Goso ever have fought to this point. And I think his strike is underrated. I do worry about the chin up Anderson, but I do, as far as striking, pacing, IQ experience, I think all those things over are Anderson. I think Goso's main thing might be submission grappling, maybe in that angle, and just overall size and power. But skill, speed, wrestling skill, IQ, experience, I think all those things go to Anderson. I'm going to lean Anderson here. I think it's going to be a good scrap, but I do think Gosoff will show issue again in the wrestling department. I think Anderson will be exploited. And unlike Vassell, Anderson has amazing cardio, and I don't think that's going to go away just yet. So I think he'll be able to get those takedowns. It's probably be a rough fight, but I think Anderson will be able to hold his own on the feet as long as he avoid getting hit with the real big power shots, or at least not getting hit flush with the big power shots. I think he can outvalue Gosoff, outstrike him as far as volume-wise, land some good shots and get the respect from Gosoff as well on the feet. And I think he'll be able to use his speed and his wrestling skills. And also, I don't think he's going to be like so weak. I think his strength going to hold up here. Again, Gosoff will definitely be stronger, but I think Anderson will be able to have the better technique, and that will be able to, in better technique, better cardio, the wrestling, the experience, and be able to mix those takedowns in and grind out Gosoff to a decision. Very competitive fight, but I got Corey Anderson via decision. Now to our next fight, we have in the lightweight division, we got Makashir Zanukov versus Takeshi Uzumi. And how do I feel about this one right here? Is I'm going average confidence Makashir Zanukov to beat Takeshi Uzumi. Uzumi's actually a scrappy fighter. You know, he's solid and all, but I just think Makashir should have the wrestling advantage to control where this fight takes place. Uzumi might be a better submission grappler to an extent, but I think not to an extent where Zanukov will be in too much issue. I think Zanukov packs more power on the feet, more athletic. So again, he'll be able to use that wrestling advantage to dictate where the fight takes place. I think he's skilled enough to be able to negate the grappling of Uzumi. Don't be able to land the hardest strikes. I do think it's going the distance. I do think Uzumi will hold a good account for himself. He's very scrappy, he's very tough, and he's very skilled. But I just think Zanukov is just a better overall fighter, and I think it will show in the fight. So in this one, I got Makashir Zanukov via decision. Now, to our next fight, we have in the featherweight division, we got AJ McKe Jr. versus Akmed Magomedov. And how do I feel about this one right here? I'm going average confidence AJ McKe Jr. to beat Akmed Magomedov. And I think AJ McKe is just a better overall fighter. Magamed might be the better pure wrestler, but I definitely think McKee's the better MMA grappler and better submission grappler. I think he's a better striker. And I think he'll do a good job of addressing grappling Magomedov, make him work for everything. Even if he gets taken, he's going to have to defend submissions. And I think McKee's going to be able to pick him apart, with teeps to the body, head kicks, hurt him. And I think he'll be able to submit him mid to late second round. So in this one, I got AJ McKe Jr. via second round submission. All right, we got a couple fights left. Literally a couple fights. Now to our co-main event, we have in the flyweight division, women's flyweight division, we got Dakota Dicha versus Sumika Inaba. And how do I feel about this one right here? Is I'm going high confidence Dakota Dicha to beat Sumika Inaba. Inaba's, she's beautiful. I'll say that. Nobody had to say that. Like, when she fights, she don't look that beautiful. Like, what is the point of this? But, I see this little picture right here. She looks very fine. She looks very beautiful right here, which is off topic. When she's fighting, not so much. But when, not fighting, very beautiful. But, yeah, solid fighter. But where does she have advantage over Dicha? I don't see. I don't think she has no particularly impressive grappling. She's a striker. And Dicha just on a whole nother level of striking. And yeah, so I think Dicha, I think she can submit her in this fight. But, Dicha prefers to strike. And you got to see Dicha, respecting the striking of Naba. I don't think she's going to try to go out and just disrespect and try to run her over early. She's going to respect that striking. Slowly pick her apart. And then, once she starts to feel her, wilting, then she's going to turn it up. And then she's going to put her away, I think, like in the middle portion of that second round. So, in this one, I got Dakota Dicha, I say decision, via second round TKO. Now, to our next fight, we have in the middleweight division in our main event for the undisputed PFL middleweight championship. So it's kind of weird. So do you guys have championships or do you not have championships? Like, what's going on here? Is it tournaments or are they champs? Like, I know they absorb Bellator and Evelyn was the middleweight champion. Like, what's going on here? Are they gonna have tournament belts in regular belts? So it's kind of confusing right here. Or is he defending his middleweight Bellator belt? Is Tapology wrong, or is PFL doing something different? But anyway, how I feel about this one right here is I'm going average confidence Johnny Evelyn to beat Costello Vanstinis. I think Vanstinis, no, he's a live dog here. But I gotta go Evelyn here. His championship experience, his wrestling, his cardio, his IQ will come in favors here. And we all look at a guy in Vanstinis who, like 2-3 years ago lost to Douglas Lima, who has not looked at himself for like 6-7 years. So that's a very questioning. But he's a young guy, so these young guys, they can look disappointed. Well, he's not that young. He's actually only 1 year younger than Evelyn. But all in all, he is a tough matchup. He is he's an interesting style. It would be easier for Evelyn if he just fought like a smaller guy who's a real solid striker, like elite striker, maybe the best striker there is right now. But a smaller guy, a striker who has a grappling efficiency. But Vanstinis, he's a big guy. He's in his prime. He got power on the feet. He could grapple. So he's not in there just fighting some scrub or some guy that just, a stylistic matter. He's fighting a guy that's well-rounded, sizable, in his prime, and could definitely cause some issues. I don't think he'll be the easiest guy to wrestle. But I think Evelyn, he's relentless with his wrestling. He has also wrestled guys that have good wrestling background. So it's not like Evelyn just has wrestled guys that just strike. He has wrestled guys that have, solid takedown defense. He has wrestled big hitters. He has wrestled guys that have good takedown defense and are big hitters. He has wrestled guys that are well-rounded. He has wrestled guys that have, again, high, high-level pedigrees in grappling. So I think he'll be able to prevail here against Stevens. I think Stevens will give him good effort. But ultimately, I think Evelyn's experience and his wrestling, his overall skill and IQ will be too much for Vanstinis. I think he'll make it competitive, but I think Evelyn will just, again, his cardio, his experience, his IQ will take over eventually, and then they will start to widen the gap. I don't think he's going to put Stevens away. I think Vanstinis is going to be a threat throughout the whole entire fight. But eventually, again, Evelyn just going to start to outwork him. He's going to start to drown him out there. And I think Evelyn beats him by decision. So in this one, I got Johnny Evelyn via decision. And so that concludes my fight predictions for the 4-card fights for PFL Africa 1, Cape Town 2025, or Evelyn versus Vanstinis. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.